Ryan Harpole lied. Now, our list of Turning Point lies is just getting longer every day.
And you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this. No.
In the matter of Erika Kirk, this is the same person who had somebody record her over Charlie Kirk's casket. That was not our business.
What if the person most angry about someone investigating a murder isn't angry at the killer? Candace Owens sits across from Erika Kirk on a live podcast. The tension is palpable. Candace lays out her concerns, shocking claims about TPUSA security, alleged involvement in Charlie Kirk's assassination. But something's off. Something doesn't sit right. Erika isn't just defensive. She's furious. Not at the people Candace is questioning, not at the alleged conspirators, at Candace herself, for asking questions, for seeking answers, for refusing to let this go. And that's when you have to ask yourself, who is Erika protecting? Why would a widow be more upset with someone demanding justice than with the system that allegedly failed her husband? Unless the situation is far darker than any of us realized.
Also messaged Dan Flood, the security that's to his right, and allegedly explicitly said that they are going to kill me tomorrow.
Days later, Erika appears on Fox News, and she doesn't just defend herself. She crashes out, publicly, aggressively. She accuses Candace of spreading conspiracy theories, of profiting off Charlie's death, of exploiting tragedy for clicks and cash.
And you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this. No.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French. But this is not okay.
It's a full-blown media assault, and the message is clear. Stop asking questions. But Candace doesn't back down. She fires back on her own podcast with a claim that stops people in their tracks. If anyone profited from Charlie's death, she says, it was Erika and TPUSA. And here's the kicker, Erika doesn't seem bothered by that. She's fine with TPUSA benefiting financially.
You know, they made $40 million like 2 nights ago at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe that feels kind of a little bit like let them eat cake-ish. Oh, and we've made more than, separately from Mar-a-Lago, Turning Point USA, since Charlie was killed, just so you guys know this is a fact, has made more than $100 million. That is separate from the $40 million they made at Mar-a-Lago the other night. So since Charlie has died, that organization has taken in $140 million. But gosh darn you people that are making hundreds of dollars every day on YouTube talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and the BS narrative that is being fed and the very obvious psychological operation that is being employed to make you accept the BS that they are trying to sell to us.
She's fine with the organization cashing in. What she's not fine with, Candace asking why. Let that sink in for a second. Erika Kirk forgives Tyler Robinson, the man accused of pulling the trigger. She forgives him, quickly, publicly. But Candace Owens, the woman asking questions, she refuses to forgive her. She shows visible, seething hostility toward her. The rage isn't directed at the shooter. It's directed at the investigator. And if that doesn't raise a red flag, I don't know what does. Now here's where the timing gets interesting. Erika's Fox News rant, it happens one day after Candace drops a bombshell. Prior to this, Erika said nothing publicly about Candace. Radio silence. Then suddenly, she's everywhere. Back-to-back interviews, national TV, all with the same demand. Candace needs to stop.
Podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's. At one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
So what was the bombshell that triggered all of this? Candace claims she received a credible tip from a source allegedly now in witness protection, and this source says something explosive. He claims there was U.S. military involvement in the assassination. He says he personally saw Brian Harpole, TPUSA's security contractor, 2 days before Charlie Kirk was killed. If that's true, the implications are staggering. It directly implicates TPUSA's security team. It directly implicates Brian Harpole. And yet, mainstream media, crickets, total silence, no coverage, no follow-up, nothing.
He sees about 12 lieutenant colonels. He tells me, you do not see that many people, that many E4s, E5s, E6s. Please, military guys, forgive me for me not knowing what the proper vernacular. But he just goes, what's going on? He's like, you don't see this unless you're at the Pentagon.
And then, one day after Candace makes these claims public, Erika breaks her silence. She goes full force against Candace on national television. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing? It's hard to ignore. Now let's talk about something the media isn't discussing. Erika Kirk's family ties, because they run deep, really deep. Erika's parents have direct connections to the military-industrial complex. Her family moved to Arizona because of her mother's work with the Department of Defense.
To move to Phoenix from Ohio because she was getting involved with the government, so Homeland Security and Department of Defense.
Her mother, Lori Fransvey, founded multiple companies, AZ Tech, GTEK, E3, TEK, all tied to military contracts. We're talking DoD, Homeland Security, intelligence agencies. This isn't some distant connection. This is embedded, institutional access. And Erika's father, Kent Francie, he's listed as a program research director at AZ Tech. G-Tech, one of the family companies, is allegedly involved in overseas projects, and those projects linked to Raytheon.
Remember, Raytheon partnered with Israel's Rafael to build the Iron Dome missile defense system. At the very core of that technology are advanced semiconductors, the same kind of tech Lori's companies claim to work with, and they were contracted with them. Because in 2025, Donald Trump himself pushed for building what he called a gold dome over America, modeled directly after Israel's iron.
One of the largest defense contractors in the world. So when Candace starts asking questions about military involvement, about security contractors, about high-level meetings in Arizona, Erika's family is not some random bystander. They're inside the system. And speaking of security, let's revisit the 911 call controversy. TPUSA staff claim no one made emergency calls after the shooting. Brian Harpole says first responders were taking cover, but then a photo surfaces, and it allegedly shows an emergency responder on the scene immediately.
All the events that you did outdoors that were similar to this, what percentage would you say you had a ambulance on standby?
Very few, very few. You know, again, you have to look at the rules of emergency medicine also. And the rules are, they're not going to give aid unless the scene's safe.
Right.
And the paramedics that were at UVU, they took off and took cover just like everybody else. I mean, the only people that weren't taking cover were our guys.
So which is it? Were they there or weren't they? Were calls made or not? The stories don't line up. Then there's the drone issue. Brian Harpole insists drones were not allowed at UVU. Banned, not permitted.
I can't fly. That's a 107D. We can't break the rules. Right? And then you had secondary restrictions, probably due to heavy foot traffic for the school, but I can't go in and break the rules. There's laws for a reason.
But Frank Turek, another TPUSA figure, says Charlie viewed drone footage that very day. He claims TPUSA had drones covering the entire campus. So who's lying? Who's misremembering? These are direct contradictions from people within the same organization. And Erika, she doesn't question any of this. She doesn't demand answers about the conflicting security statements. She doesn't push back on the drone inconsistencies. Instead, she targets Candace for doing exactly what any rational person would do, asking why the stories don't match. Now let's talk about the financial hypocrisy. Erika accuses Candace of profiting from coverage of Charlie's death, but TPUSA allegedly raises over $100 million in 3 months following the assassination. Erika herself embarks on a media tour, a book tour. She defends TPUSA executives as they enrich themselves off the tragedy, but Candace Candace? She's the problem. She's the one supposedly exploiting this. Here's the thing. Erika claims to be honoring Charlie's wishes, and Charlie, allegedly, wanted a full audit of TPUSA. He wanted transparency, accountability. So what does Erika do? She refuses to conduct the audit. She promotes book sales instead. She shields the organization. She urges the public to stop investigating. Think about that. One of the most public assassinations since JFK, a story filled with inconsistencies, alleged government and intelligence involvement, contradictory statements from security officials, and the widow is on national television asking people to stop digging, not to dig deeper, to stop. But here's the problem with that strategy. It backfired. The attempts to gaslight the public, to shame anyone asking questions, it didn't shut people down. It woke them up. More people started paying attention. More people started asking why Erika seemed more interested in protecting TPUSA than in seeking justice for her husband. So here's the final question, the one nobody wants to say out loud. If the truth ever comes out, if everything Candace is alleging turns out to be real, will anyone actually be held accountable? Or will this be covered up, buried, memory holed like so many cases before it? Because right now, the people with the most power, the most connections, the most to lose,